Shuffle the deck and spread out the cards. Try to find the meaning. Pentacles, cups, swords, wands, and a hermit. What am I saying? This is pretty bad tarot.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to another episode of Pretty Bad Tarot. I'm your host, Emily Milling, and today I have with me Emily Gagne. Oh my god, double Emily party. Tell us who you are. Tell us what your deal is. OMFG.
Oh my gosh, that is such a question. I've done a lot of stuff. I've worked with you before and made some comedy magic involving socks, and I will just leave it at that. But also, I have my own podcast. It's called We Really Like Her, and I do it with my best friend, Danita, and it's about women in film. And right now we're doing a series on the amazing Jane Fonda. So we're watching selections from her filmography.
I was wondering why your Twitter handle changed, because I was looking up the podcast recently, because I was like, I can't remember if like the music on there is still the one that I wrote. And it is. And I was delighted. I would listen back to it. I was like, this is just a treat, this music.
We love it. We love it. We kept it around because it's great. You did a great job. So
thanks. Thank you. And I'm going to practice this gratitude thing we were talking about earlier and just like say thank you to a compliment. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
But yeah, I was like, why did your Twitter handle change? So now this all makes sense. So do you just like, because you did Meryl Streep originally.
We had
its own podcast.
Yes, it was called What About Meryl? You can still listen to it. It's still out there if you are a Meryl head, as I am now. But we had this other podcast. We really like her. And each episode, we would like talk about a different woman in film. So that could be an actress, or it could be a director, it could be a writer. We haven't done costume designers, but I'd like to. Anyways, recently, I just really got into Jane Fonda. I actually had... I think it was like in December, I watched 2 Jane Fonda movies back to back. And I was just like, I just want to watch Jane Fonda. That's all I want to be doing. And so I pitched it to Danita, and she was like, well, instead of starting a new show, why don't we just like do it as like a mini series within our show? So we don't have to create all new handles and all that kind of stuff. In addition to, it just promotes our own show. And it's kind of in the same vein because Jane is also like very much an activist, which kind of like aligns with some of our values. So yeah, anyways, that's what we're doing. And I love Jane Fonda, and some of her movies are excellent. Some of them are not, but you know, that's the luck of the draw.
Oh, we all have our demons and our garbage films. That's life. That's life. Did you ever, did you make movies when you were a kid too? Do you have garbage films from high school? I did make some stuff for like school purposes, but they were very weird. And I can't even remember the plots, but I do remember shooting like a cult sort of scene in the field at school where we were like prancing around, and I can't even tell you what it was about. But I mean, right now yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. And then I forgot what I was going to say. So that's the end of that idea, I guess.
It happens. I was just going to say, I feel like I was ahead of the curve. Like it was Midsommar before Midsommar came out, you know?
I still have to see that, honestly. I really do. And I don't know why I haven't.
It's a lot of movie to process. So
I think that's why I haven't seen it, because that's what everyone says. It's just like... You have to, it's like maybe like Mother or something. Is it like Mother?
I would say similar vibe, although I hated Mother, and I like this movie.
Film.
You could say that. Absolutely.
Spoiler alert. Skip ahead 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this, but I think eating babies is just foul. I really
agree.
Didn't give the listeners any warning. Too bad. It's gross.
You know what? If you haven't seen Mother, this is our gift to you. You do not need to watch Mother.
You don't.
That's what we just told you.
You really don't. It is god-awfully uncomfortable. I did like it, though. But Bleh. So why don't we get to why we're here today to answer a question for you with my tarot cards. What is your question?
Oh my God, this sounded like a game show. I loved that delivery.
I don't have a voice other than that voice. I just walk around and I'm like, hi, can I have a muffin?
Man, you should be like the new host of like Family Feud Canada or something like that. I think.
What would Mr. D do without his job?
You're right. He doesn't have I forgot that Mr. D is off the air. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make Mr. D lose his job. Anyways, my question is, so like there's a long running relationship that I've had in my life. I had it, it's been around for like 30 years almost. But the last year and a bit, I've taken some time off from this relationship and I'm a little bit worried about getting back to it. So I thought maybe we could look at the future for me and the movies. What is the future for me and the movies? I mean that generally, like, do I make movies? Or like, what's the future for me and the movies, period? Am I going to be comfortable going back to the movies? What's going on with us? We've taken this break and are we ready to like rev things up again? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, what a good question. I mean, even the relationship to going to the movie theater, that in of itself. Holy cow. We're going back to like telling people to shut the fuck up and turn their fucking phones off. You know what I mean?
Am I ready for that?
Like we have nice home theater systems because of the pandemic. Maybe we'll just stay home. I don't think we will.
No.
We ordered a hell of a lot of movie popcorn throughout the pandemic, though, I will tell you that.
Oh, really?
A lot.
The Cineplex one or other theaters? Okay.
The Cineplex. Well, you could like walk down. You have one like right near you.
I have not even done it though. And I see this is one of my concerns about going back to the movies is my digestive system going to be able to handle the Cineplex popcorn?
No.
I'm not sure.
Don't get butter. Don't get butter. It's a bad idea. Okay. Okay. So your relationship to the movies. Okay. Whenever you're ready, tell me to cut the deck and I will cut it into 3 piles and then we will start the reading.
Okay. Cut that deck. I watch a lot of game shows, Emily. Okay.
It's a very game show heavy theme of things. Okay. We are cutting the deck. We are cutting it and rotating the cards so that they go in a different order because we read some upside down and right side up. And so, okay, we're doing past, present, future because you want to know what your future's going to be like.
Yeah.
Okay, so upside down, we have the reverse Princess of, what is this? Princess of Wands, which is actually the Page of Wands, and that's your past. And then we have the King of Cups. I put on my glasses and I can't see that far away. What the hell? Anyway, so that's happening. The reverse King of Cups and this control. And so that's your present. And it's probably because you're out of control right now because like there is no control to be had. And then we have the upside down Prince of Wands. So, and this is instigation, and he's got his torch. So these cards come up like a lot. Maybe this is just like post-pandemic life for all of us human beings, meaning like the 4 people, including myself, that I keep reading for because I have no idea what I'm doing. Or maybe I'm just really bad at shuffling, or maybe this deck is full of the exact same cards. These are the questions we're going to try to answer not today, because today's all about you. So in your past, you had this like feeling of like, wow, I really want to like check stuff out, but like I don't necessarily want to because I kind of want to just hang out here because she's hanging upside down with her staff. Let's explore further.
She is hanging. Yeah.
She's hanging. Okay. Oh, and then we had here wealth. So you had some wealth related to the movies. Perhaps your job.
Okay, correct.
At Union here, you have the Union 2 of Cups card, and this is like maybe you're in love with the movies.
I am. I told you it's my longest running relationship of my life. Yes, you know?
But like if this is in the past, like what's going on? Right?
I'm scared. Oh no. What's that? That looks like an abyss or something.
It's the 10 of discs and or pentacles if you have a more traditional deck, which I do not. And it says establishment and it's reversed. And so it's all got fucked up. It all got flipped around.
That's accurate.
Upside down.
That is true.
I don't know. It was a Fresh Prince thing that didn't land, and now I'm over it. I keep watching Fresh Prince, but like only like the very beginning of the opening credits, so I can't remember the lyrics anymore. Yo, this is a story all about how my life got flipped. That's all I know.
Turned upside down?
That's how it goes?
I'm not sure. Now I'm second guessing myself.
All I know is flip, and then I skip. I skip it because I don't want to listen to that song 5,000 times.
I get it. It is a good song, though. I do enjoy it. And I did watch the Fresh Prince reunion, and it was drama. Watch it when you're done rewatching the show, I guess.
I know there's lots of stuff about the two Vivians.
Oh, there is.
I'm really, really excited, but I've got another season and a half, and it is dragging. So... Anyway, back to your reading. Okay. So now you're in your present here, under control. You have, the universe. I don't know what this card means, but it's like supposed to be a big deal or something.
Oh my God.
And then you have change. Well, no, duh. But like maybe like in the present, you know, if you want to get some control of your movie life back, you need to make a change. And maybe the universe is like, you could have whatever the double hockey sticks you want. With an HE at the beginning, the HE double hockey sticks that you want. But you can't because you're like, well, I don't have any control. So you got to make a change. You got to see the future for yourself. You got to figure it out. And then, you have the hermit. So I guess you're just staying home.
Oh, wow. Wow. This took a quick turn.
Yeah.
So the change is that I'm giving up on this 30-year relationship that I've had, this rich relationship.
Or possibly it's just like literally related to going back to the movie theater because you're like, seriously, everyone, shut up. You have no control over these people in the theater with you. Look, like he's sitting in his chair upside down. He's trying to watch his movie. He's got his goblet and he's like, I just want to watch the goddamn movie and drink my wine that I snuck in, which is a thing that you can do.
I have done it.
But I do it every time.
I have done it.
Oh, I love it.
It's great. It's great, especially if you're seeing a movie that really requires it, like something like Book Club or like any movie about older ladies drinking wine, which is a lot of the movies I see. So,
how did you feel about Wine Country?
Okay, I didn't hate it, but everyone I know seems to hate it.
It was just like, what, Amy Poehler, why? In the middle of the film, do you have a shot where it's just you staring at Jason Schwartzman for 5 minutes and then you decide to bone him and he burns the paella?
There's a lot going on.
But like, But the funniest part, oh my God, have you seen Girls 5 Eva yet?
I have, yes. Yes.
Paula Pell.
She's the best.
The funniest part of that movie is all I was trying to say.
Oh yeah. She's incredible. I'm obsessed with her. And it sucks that she's not a household name, but she's like done a lot. Like she was like a writer for SNL, but she wasn't on camera. So that's why we don't know her, but she's so good. Girls 5 Ever, I'm kind of mixed on, but she is excellent. She is so good. And I hope she gets like 1,000 billion more roles because she deserves it. And she is great in Wine Country. I don't know. Maybe I just have low expectations and I'm just like, I'm just going to watch this shit. But
all the people I love. And
I know.
I guess if they're together, it's going to be okay. But then when it isn't, and you're like, Tina Fey, what is this character? It's like not a character. You have to wonder. And then you have to think, when I get that famous, I can do whatever I want with someone else's money.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that group, they're just all girls that are friends. So they're like, we're just going to do whatever. We're going to have a fun time. It doesn't really matter. Like the stakes are not high.
Yeah.
So, but when it comes to my entertainment value, the stakes are very high, Tina Fey.
Truly. And this is like, again, back to what we were talking about here. I'm just going to loop back to this deck again. This stack, this spread. I know the terminology of what I'm talking about. Anyway, the entertainment factor could have been real high, but it is I don't know, it's not. And maybe you're like trying to decide, like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay home or should I watch movies out in the world? And then we've got this guy up here, and this is the guy that's like, he takes like really fast, rapid action. He takes actions without thinking, and because he's upside down, I guess that means it's like extra worse or something like that.
Right, of course.
I don't really know, but I also know that he's like always upside down, always setting fire to shit. So there is that to consider. But let's see, and he's in your future. So let's see what else your future holds.
Oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm
not a psychic. Oh, sorrow, the 3 of swords in your heart.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
Oh no.
And then, but you have resilience with the 9 of wands, so it's not going to be that bad.
Okay,
You're just going to be like, shit, there's gum on my shoe or something. And then, a celebration, but it's reversed. So you're like, yeah, I have mixed feelings about going back to the movies. I guess this is okay. I don't feel great about the popcorn I ate. Next time I won't get butter. And I still can't believe I got gum on my shoe in the process of this entire experience. Or we could interpret the entire deck completely differently. Maybe it's like, okay, you really wanted to explore being a filmmaker and you were having a great time. And this is you and Josh making your cool movie, which, by the way, is great. Is it available for people to watch?
It's not right now, but we have been investigating putting it more publicly. But anyways, it's called Best Friends Forever, and it's a short film if you want to look it up.
It's so good. Honestly, it's such a good film. So good.
Look, I just said thank you to that compliment. I didn't say, oh, it's nothing, you know.
Oh, it's really good. I love it. And I saw it at After Dark, and I was like, oh my God. I'm crying how good it is. Okay, so this was your film before. Mm-hmm. But then the establishment was flipped. And then we come back here, and maybe again, you're just kind of like, I don't know, should I go out and make more movies? And like, am I just going to feel bad about it later? But I think maybe, like what the overall vibe is that I'm getting, if I can pick up on a vibe, and that's very hard to do when I'm trying to be a silly goofball and read cards. Because I do try to do this for real sometimes for my mom, and it works out way better. But I'm not doing that right now. But it could be like, I feel like if I had to choose a vibe, it would be like, you got to try something here. You got to just like give it a go. And then you're probably going to be fine because of this resilience card.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you just gotta give it a try. And I think if you do this celebration card, you could flip it upside down. So you are celebrating.
Okay. I like this. I mean, it's been on my mind that I haven't made a movie in a little while. And I do have we've talked about it before. I've had ambitions to do other things. So this is interesting. But as far as like going back to the movies, I feel like this is really telling me that I did love the movies. That was real. The love was real. I can't deny it. We did have some trouble recently, not of our own doing necessarily. It was more of a societal issue.
Yeah.
But then we can come back to it. There might be some damage to my heart at first because there will be idiots saying things in the theater. So much stuff happening that I'm not happy about, whether that's like explosive diarrhea or, I'm just thinking about that popcorn I'm very nervous about.
I once had very bad explosive diarrhea on Valentine's Day at the Bloor when it was still like the Bloor and they were playing Casablanca.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. You must hate Casablanca then.
Whatever.
Mixed on it. Yeah. Mixed on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't want to finally get back to the movies. And then all of a sudden I have explosive diarrhea and I can't even enjoy the movie because I have to leave. So I really don't want that, but maybe that is going to be part of the process and I'm just going to have to like live with it, and that's okay.
Maybe you bring diapers with you.
Maybe I do. Maybe I
can't imagine sitting in a poopy diaper just for the sake of watching a movie, but
I
am also
can't
not
either.
A baby, so
I'm not either, surprisingly. But yes, maybe I need to be ready for that kind of stuff. but also maybe just be ready to like see shitty movies and not be happy with it and be mad that I paid $13 for something that was so bad, you know, like, because now when you're at home, you're like, oh, well, I pay for Netflix, so it's fine. I'll just like watch this.
I'll just finish Wine Country, I guess.
I'll just finish this horrible movie. But it's different when you're sitting in a theater and there's nothing to distract you. You're like not on your phone or whatever. Will I be able to pay attention even?
Who knows? You're just going to lean over to whoever's there and be like, oh my God, did you hear about this other thing that's totally unrelated? Because that just popped into my head. And you're going to get kicked out of the theater. That's what's going to happen.
It's going to be tumultuous. But I do think it's clearly if I'm resilient, then I will be fine and we can get back to it. That's what I'm feeling from this reading here. Do you think that that's on point?
I think it's totally up to your interpretation because I don't have a clue. But what I would like to know is, did this reading make your life better or worse?
I'm going to say that it made my life better.
Yes.
Because it was great to catch up with you. Your nails are great. I wanted to point them out.
Thank you.
And also, it just made me get kind of excited about the movies again. It like made me reflect on the past with the movies and made me think about the future and how like there's still a spark there between me and the movies. You know, like there's something there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, I really hope there is, because you're so great at movies, and if you weren't doing them or being around them, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I think something inside of you has died, and then I'd probably try to revive it in some weird incantation that I made up. Necronomicon.
I would love if you did that. I feel like I count on you to resurrect me. Like if everyone else was afraid to do it, I feel like I could connect with you and you would be like, yes, I'll do it. And I'll also make it into a comedy skit of some sort.
And
you know?
I would. And
I know.
I'd probably start a podcast about it too. So
you would.
Burn.
I know. It's good. Maximize everything. Just go for it. Just go for it.
Content. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Well, now we've come to the part of the episode where it's time for you to share your stuff. Plug your things. Tell us where to find you, all of your stuff, because I know all of the things changed. We talked about your Twitter handle and all that stuff. So tell us where to go, and I'll put the links in the show notes so everyone can hear about it and find it.
Okay. Yeah. We really like her. You can follow us. We're at We Really Like Her on Instagram and Twitter, and we don't really do Facebook right now, so don't go there. And you can listen to us anywhere you get podcasts. Of course, we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that stuff. And if you want to follow me, I'm just Lady Gagne on Instagram. Have fun looking that up. Sometimes I do get tagged in Lady Gaga content, which I love. And then I also have another Instagram. I used to have a column with this website, but they are pieces of shit. So I left that website.
Nice.
And now I have sort of moved the column concept over to an Instagram feed, which is called Final Girl Fashion. And I just like show photos of great women in horror wearing cute outfits. So if you don't feel like reading or listening to anything, you can just go there and just look at pictures of cuties looking cute, you know?
I love it. I'm going to go follow that immediately because that's the kind of content I needed in my life. Like,
good.
Pretty much all day, every day.
Same. That's why I do it. It's really for me.
Smart. It's so
really.
Smart.
I aim to please. You know, I try.
I aim to please myself. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been awesome. What do I have to plug? I think this week I have a sketch coming out. I don't remember which one it is, but it came out on Wednesday. This is me plugging my own stuff. Well, I guess you can listen to this. You're listening to this. Subscribe to this podcast. Follow it on Apple Podcasts, Pretty Bad Tarot, where I will do even more terrible, unqualified tarot readings for even more people who I know, because it's scary to do it for strangers, so it's probably just going to be people I know. And I have a newsletter, which I don't tell anyone about, so I'm reminding myself to tell you to sign up for my newsletter at my website at emilymilling.com/links. and then click the button that says newsletter. I'll just put that in the show notes. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Emily, thank you so much for joining today. Real quick, before we go, do you want to ask one more yes or no question?
Oh my God. Sure. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I hope that wasn't my yes or no question.
Boom!
Should I get a Dolly Parton tattoo? Yes or no?
I mean, I can answer that for you pretty easily. Yeah, but I guess I'll ask the cards.
Okay.
Should Emily get a Dolly Parton tattoo? Okay. Let's see. It says...
What is it?
It says works upside down.
It works to do it. And there's 3.
I think this is like a hard no.
You think it's a hard no? It's like, get this design instead. Here's your new idea for your tattoo.
I don't know, because so this card is supposed to be like, you're going to get lost in the details of it. And it's going to be like, I don't know, like your head's down, you're working too hard or something like that. But it's also reverse. And this is just like, you can't see the forest for the trees. So maybe if you do get a design done and like, you just like, you go to all these different artists and you can't decide, you're going to be like, I don't know what I want. But eventually, maybe it means that if you put in this hard work for this design of this tattoo, you will find the one you want. That's it.
Maybe, yes. Maybe. I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to continue to ruminate on it because that's all that I do.
Great. Yeah.
You know? So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks again for being here. Have a lovely evening. And with that, goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for having me, other Emily. It's always great to see other Emilys.
Truly it is. Okay, bye. Thank you for listening to Pretty Bad Tarot with me, your host, Emily Milling. If you want to hear new episodes every Friday, make sure you follow this podcast wherever you listen. And hey, I'd love it if you left a review. You can even ask me a yes or no question and I just might answer it on the show. This podcast is produced by The Ultimate Creative.